MomentFriday from News Moment. Welcome you to News Moment English. Today is Friday, so we are going to present Moment Friday, and today's subject is causes and tips to avoid road accidents. You may contact us on following numbers for such burning issues, which is seen on the screen. One in every 10 road accidents worldwide take place in India, according to a WHO report. Road mishaps in India led to the death or disabilities of over 9 lakhs people every year, making Indian roads one of the most dangerous roads in the world, with only 1% of the vehicles. India accounts for almost 10% of all crash-related deaths, making the number of casualties on Indian roads higher than anywhere else in the world. And one of the reasons is low vehicle safety standards.
This part of the news piece is sponsored by RICIS Raniganj. Compared to the US and other developed countries, India's vehicle safety standards are deplorable. According to crash tests conducted by the Global New Car Assessment Program, India's largest selling car Maruti Suzuki Swift received the lowest rating possible in crash tests. Car makers in the country continue to compromise on safety features like airbags and ABS, leading to a much lesser survival rate in case of a crash when compared with their European counterparts. Stringent safety rules in the EU and the US ensure that cars meet minimum safety standards in those regions. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
मछली जल की रानी है, जीवन उसका पानी है। तो कहाँ है मछलियाँ और कहाँ रखा जाए पानी? तो एक्वेरियम ही में छुपी है ये सारी कहानी। आसनसोल ग्रीन एक्वेरियम, जहाँ आपको मिलेंगी हर तरह की मछलियाँ और बेहतरीन एक्वेरियम। आपको आसनसोल ग्रीन एक्वेरियम में मिल जाएंगी हर तरह के एक्वेरियम इक्विपमेंट, जैसे फिल्टर स्टोन और फिशेस की हर वैरायटी। एक ही नाम, आसनसोल ग्रीन एक्वेरियम, BNR मोड़, अपोजिट रविंद्र भवन, शॉप नंबर 22। For contact, call on 9609 77 3040.
Second reason of road accident is rising traffic rules violations.
This part of the news piece is sponsored by TVS PSJ. According to data from the Union Ministry of Roads, Transport and Highways in 2021, nearly 70% of road deaths in the country occurred due to overspeeding. Over the last few years, speeding has been the main cause of accidents and fatalities on Indian roads. Driving on the wrong side of the road, drunken driving, jumping the red light, and using mobile phones while driving contributed to over 9.8% of road deaths. In a country that takes its road safety lightly, not wearing helmets and seatbelts has also claimed that lives of thousands of peoples. Data from the ministry further shows how not wearing helmets has led to the death of 93,763 people in 2021. In India, wearing seatbelts is often seen as the duty of the driver. This reflects in the data of the ministry declaring that out of the 39,231 that died due to not wearing seatbelts, 22,815 were passengers. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Please step in. Hind Cosmetic, Supermarket, First Floor, Asansol, 713301.
Products are Biotic, Garnier, Everyouth, Nivea, Sahnaz, Mammoth, O3 Professional, Lotus Professional, Patanjali, Jobis, Nature's, Men's Glow, Plum, M Caffeine, VLCC, Good Vibes, Ola, Fame, Organic, Radha, Sugar, Lakme, Veblen, Lotus Color, Ponds, Silk, Matrix, L'Oreal, Bella, etc.
Our contact number is 9126767709.
Most vital reason of road accident is poor infrastructure of Indian roads.
This part of the news piece is sponsored by Hillview Hospital. According to a report by the National Sample Survey Organization, around 60% of the rural roads in India are in poor condition, affecting the mobility and safety of people. Funding: the road sector requires significant investment to develop and maintain road infrastructure. On the other hand, the quality of Indian roads continues to remain shoddy. Corruption, illegal encroachments, and incessant monsoons have rendered driving on the country's roads a nightmare. Only 3% of the country's roads are national highways, of which many do not even meet required standards, with 75% being two-lane. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Priya Cosmetic, near Minar Cake Shop, GT Road, Asansol 1.
আমাদের শপের নাম আসানসোল প্রিয়া কসমেটিক্স। আমাদের শপ হচ্ছে মিনার কেক শপের ভেতরে। আমাদের শপে সমস্ত রকমের কসমেটিক্স প্রোডাক্ট অ্যাভেলেবল আছে, যেমন মেবলিন, কালার বার, সুগার, ল্যাকমি, প্লাম, লোটাস, এছাড়াও সমস্ত রকম প্রফেশনাল প্রোডাক্ট অ্যাভেলেবল আছে। আর আমাদের দেখুন নাম্বার দেওয়া আছে এখানে, এই নাম্বারে কন্ট্যাক্ট করতে পারেন, আমাদের হোম ডেলিভারি প্রোভাইড করা হয়।
Our contact number 9563404288 and 8918940868.
Stray animals are also one of the vital cause of road accidents.
This part of the news is sponsored by ASP. On top of India's more common problems with road design and traffic, stray animals can add to the menace. There were 5 million stray cattle and 15 million stray dogs in India as of 2019, and drivers have to be mindful, especially in less developed cities than New Delhi or Mumbai. To mitigate this, it is recommended that the government provide safe shelters for stray animals, which should be maintained by local administration with the support of community groups. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Another reason of road accident is unsafe roads for two-wheelers and pedestrians.
This part of the news piece is sponsored by Shine Academy. India has planned its cities in such a way that while motorized vehicles rule the roads, pedestrians, cyclists, and users of public transport face an exceptional crisis. In India, pedestrians, bicyclists, and motorcyclists, who mostly represent the poor income strata of society, also happen to have the least safety protection in the event of a traffic crash. They account for more than half the total road crash deaths, states a World Bank report. In 2021, two-wheelers constituted the largest number of road accident deaths in the country. Pedestrians comprised 18.9% of the total fatalities. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Admissions open now at St. Christopher Mission School, run by Anglo-Indian Society affiliated to CBSE Delhi. Special features are low affordable fee structure, smart class, well-trained teachers, indoor-outdoor games, transport facility, co-curricular activities, classes from nursery to 12. It's time for your child to explore the creativity. Thank you.
Sometimes it's the obvious thing that can have the largest impact on the road accident. Some precautions may reduce it.
This part of the news piece is sponsored by Angel. Get as much supervised practice driving as possible. Your parents should take an active role in your practice driving. Make a firm schedule with them and stick to it, and keep it up until you take your test to a license. Many states now have graduated licensing laws. To learn about the laws in your state, visit the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. On the other hand, always wear your safety belt. Get into the habit of wearing a safety belt whenever you are in a car, whether as a driver or as a passenger. No exceptions. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Rekha matching. Please step in for all kinds of colorful matching poplin rubia, fancy dupattas, other fancy dress materials. TP Market, Asansol. For more information, please contact 96356400.
Underage drinking and drugs use is illegal while driving.
This part of the news piece is sponsored by B&M Coaching Center. Even if you've consumed only one drink or smoked one joint, there is a chemical effect on your brain that can impair judgment and reaction time. Driving under the influence of alcohol, marijuana, or other drugs can cost you your license or your life. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Share and subscribe and forward YouTube channel News Moment. For more details and for advertisement, contact editor 9563830.
One of the worst habits is to use cell phone while driving.
This part of the news piece is sponsored by SK Infocom. One of the worst habits anyone can get into is talking on a cell phone while driving. Keep a cell phone with you in the car for emergency situations only. If you have to use a cell phone, pull safely over to the side of the road. It is worth mentioning that many wrecks occur because of people looking at their cell phones. Answering a cell phone while driving can cause the driver to drive off the road. All drivers should have two hands on the wheel at all times, and using a handheld cell phone prevents that. Stay tuned for more news after the break. Moment Study Center for English, Maths and Arts and Science Group. Classes from 5 to 12. Contact C.K. Barnwal and Ankit Srivastav. Buddha Hazra Durga Mandir, Asansol. Now, finally, it's time for the SMS of the moment. Chance takers are accident makers. Thanks for watching our video. If you like it, please share, subscribe the channel, and don't forget to push the bell icon for further notifications.